Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Odd Rolls, a D&D show where odd players play odd characters on an awesome odyssey. I'm your dungeon master, Spence Taylor, and these are your odd venturers, Alex Zuniga, Kayleigh Mckee, Brandon Zicker, and Geneva May. Hi, Gigi.
Why did she get special treatment?
Okay,
what the fuck?
Hi, Alex.
I've known you for
hi,
years.
Kayleigh.
Well, I don't want your
Hi,
seconds
Brandon.
either.
Hi,
No, I don't want it
Gigi.
anymore.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Okay, I'm good. Hey, Kayleigh. Hey, Alex.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
You want to just start our own podcast on this side?
So, that Spencer guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm right here, guys.
They're just jealous I have a cute nickname.
Are we ready for some D&D?
Woo, let's do it.
That's why she gets the special treatment.
Yeah, see? She's excited.
Teacher's pet.
Okay, then without further ado, let's begin. Welcome to the AEONO system. This system rotates around 3 merging suns, Ranajin, Funojin, and Zagojin. Each sun is marshaled by an incredible and mythical solar dragon, and together they're called the AEONO. Originally 3 different systems with 3 or 4 planets each bound to a different sun, the AEONO now has 10 planets and dozens of moons orbiting it. The children of the beginning, Hodoka, Tenka, and Koyaneka. The 4 brothers, Kutsuwa, Nuwa, Mitsawa, and Vengawa. And the children of the end, Amitsunda, Kurumitsunda, and Hutsunda. The mergings of these systems caused the once icy and desolate planets to finally be able to sustain life. However, our story begins much further in the future, in the year 62 OF. We find ourselves in wild space over the planet Kutsuwa. One of the 4 brothers, flying full throttle through space, is a beautiful white and gold ship with transparent and glowing amethyst-colored angel wings for sails. In gold filigree, written on its stern, is the name, the Heliotrope. Calling out commands to the crew from the deck is a beautiful purple-haired woman wearing a flowing white linen gown and a gold laurel diadem. They call her the Lilac Lady. Floating at her side is her yellow and baby blue flumph, Hachu. It swirls its tentacles around the captain's head. I know. I see them gaining. The Lilac Lady replies back to it. Behind the Heliotrope, in hot pursuit, is a giant black and red ship shaped like a black widow spider, its thin legs grasping at the space that separates the 2 vessels. Shift power to the lower jibs, men, unless you all want to become those damn spiders' next slaves. They're weakest on the underbelly, she cries out to her crew. Pulling at one of the ropes is a 19-year-old girl helping to shift power. She looks like she's had a bit of experience on the ship before. Gigi, would you go ahead and describe your character?
Yes, so my character, her name is Ayla Esmeray. She is an astral elf with a long, beautiful, luscious red hair, emerald green eyes, pale skin, baby-faced. She's definitely inexperienced in wild space, but she found herself on the Heliotrope, helping out.
And now she's being attacked by this giant Black Widow spider ship. How does that make you feel?
She's confused and very, very scared.
Okay, so you're pulling at the ropes. Go ahead and make an athletics check to see if you can lower the jibs.
Okay. 16.
16. Okay, you pull on these sails, and with the other crew, there's a lot of force going to the sails, and you are able to unlatch them and pull the ship downward as you begin to dive down underneath. And somewhere deep in the helm that steers the ship is Tripty, who senses that there is motion and turns the ship as you begin to dive down underneath the Black Widow spider to catch it on its underbelly. I need you to retrieve bottles for Tripty, down within the hole. And then all of a sudden, as she's saying that, the Black Widow spider Neogi ship shoots out a giant web the size of a missile. And immediately, the entire ship is encased in this webbing. The ship lurches abruptly, and you begin to lose your footing. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me. 11. With the lurch, right as you are in mid-conversation with Draganta, you lose your footing. But then, as if predicting the fall, Hachu swoops down and with its tentacles grabs you, and suddenly, you're pulled out. Your mind is gone. You're somewhere completely new. Somewhere different than the ship, and your entire being is in some other place, a dark world covered in a mystical cloud. It's cold here, and the wind is howling in your ears. Seated next to you is a boy who looks sullen and pale. But you recognize this place. Yes. This world wasn't always this way. It was once bright, beautiful, and warm. And that's how you remember it. The birds once sang lullabies through the valley, and Inescu Castle, perched on the hill, was a beacon of hope. The boy beside you was different too. I hate what Hodoka has become. Don't you miss it?
Is that where I am right now?
What are you talking about?
This is not how I remembered this place being. It feels so cold and...
I know. I don't remember it like this either. I mean, back when we were young, it was beautiful. You know, pretty. Remember those hills? We used to be running up and down those hills, and now they're just weeds and swamp.
We used to be running up and down them? Do I know you?
What are you talking about? I'm Jericho. Of course you know me.
Oh my god. Where have you been? And why are you here? I've been trying to look for you for the last 2 years.
Ayla, you're scaring me.
You're scaring me. You don't seem the way that I remembered you.
He looks up at the sky. I know. It must be the moon again.
What phase is it in?
Don't you remember? The moon was destroyed. I know you get like this sometimes, and it's okay. He puts his hand on your knee. Ayla, I'm here with you. Just come back to reality.
You left me 2 years ago. And you think that things can just be normal and fine between us? I still have no explanation as to why you just got up and left without any explanation.
Look, Ayla, I know it's confusing, I know, but there are other planets out there. New planets, new worlds.
I still don't know why you left.
I didn't. I'm here. We're both here. We're both here on Hodoka.
All I'm asking is for a reason as to why you left and why you're still out here. Why don't you just come back home? That's the only reason why I left.
Right now things seem confusing, but it's because of the moon. The moon is no longer here, and it doesn't shine its light on us anymore. And I know that was a piece of you. And with this destruction, things are chaotic. Your memory comes in and out, and I know it's scary, but I'm here with you. And we'll find a new moon, somewhere out there. I want something more, Ayla, and I know that you do too.
This is not how it was.
I know it's not how it was.
Then how are you so okay with it?
You think I'm okay with that? I'm not. But I want to leave just as much as you do.
Then let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
He reaches out to touch your hand, but before his skin touches touches yours, you're suddenly transported back to the ship. Hachu's tentacles unwrap from you, and you feel different. You look around you, and you realize that all around you is web. Ayla! Ayla! To the hull! To the hull! Find keel! Find keel! She says as she's ripping the web from off of her limb.
Okay, I run down to wherever she told me to go.
Okay, and that is when we cut. We go to Wren. It's the first day of Sarame, nicknamed the Solstice of Sorcery, a festival celebrating the creation of new magics and new spells presented by the best wizards in the Aeona galaxy and held on Kutsua on the first day of winter. This was the day 100 years prior when the Soul Forged were first presented. Created as aspects of humanity, they were said to be constructs that most resembled true living creatures, while still being artificial servants, of course. Their presentation was an unforgettable day. It marked the final years of the War of Eggs. It is on this day of Sarame where we find a quaint home nestled between a grove of humongous red pine trees, beautiful sun rays from the Aeono gleaming down. Inside is a gentle woman in a peach-colored dress and a white apron. Her footsteps are soft on the pinewood floor as she skirts around her country kitchen. Licorice or ginger? She questions as she peers into her tea cupboard. Wren, darling, would you like licorice or ginger today?
Oh, ginger is all right. You know that I can't, taste it, right?
You call out from the garden where you're pulling weeds from a row of uzu plants, spiky like cacti, but with insides that are juicy and sweet. Go ahead and describe Wren for us.
Yes, so Wren is a construct, a soul forge. She looks like a porcelain doll almost, except there are parts of her face that move a little bit to show some emotion, but not much. She can smile just a little bit, frown just a little bit. Her joints, you see like brass and wood on the edges as well. And so it gives this not full illusion of humanity. She's made to look like a human, but she's very clearly still a construct. But she's wearing a baby blue dress with a high collar and a flower embroidering around the collarbone. And she has sandy blonde hair that is braided into two long braids down her back with small bows at the end, and then her dress is also tied with a bow in the back. Oh, and she has outdoorsy brown like garden boots.
Oh, I always forget. Well, I do have a lot of ginger, so ginger it is. She puts the kettle on and begins to prepare the tea. Why don't you wash up and get ready for the tea, darling?
Yes. I didn't bring anything to wash with from home. Do you?
Oh, just use the outside faucet. It's fine.
Okay. And she'll go over and she'll take her boots off, and she will turn on the faucet, get just a little water and wipe them off, and then kind of clean off her plating on her shins and stuff. Mostly that's where it was dirty. She'll brush off her knees and then head in.
Okay. You brush off and use the outside faucet, and then you come to her house. This is a place that you know very well. It's nice and cozy, but it's very different from where you're used to being. Your home is mechanical, almost like a workshop, but Fenel's home is soft and cozy. There are big flowery couches in the living room and an ornate wooden coffee table in the center. She brings in the tea and sets it on the coffee table. You know, I always loved ginger. It reminds me of when I was a little girl. My mother would only make ginger tea. But later in life, I did get a hankering for licorice as well. I think it's the old age. It brings out the bitterness.
You are not bitter at all, Venael.
I would disagree. You've never seen me on my bad days.
I've heard some of your more terse conversations.
Oh.
But I do not believe that that is the mark of a bitter person.
Then what is the mark of a bitter person?
A bitter person shows their anger to people who do not deserve it. You do not do that.
She takes a sip of her ginger tea. That's very wise. Very wise. Wren, you are a special person. Do you know that?
Appreciated.
Suddenly, outside off in the distance, you hear a clinking of metal against rock and the wheeling whiz of a little being. Venael looks out the bay window. Oh, well, that couldn't be Pendleton, could it?
I'm sure it could. He doesn't normally come here on his own, but it could be Petals.
Whizzing around a large pine tree is Piddles. He is a 2-foot-tall little construct made of metal. In his hand, he holds a letter. He wheels up to the front door. Oh no, he's going to ring that darn bell again.
I get up and start walking already, trying to get there before the bell rings, like speed walk.
All right, go ahead and roll athletics to see if you can make it there before Piddles rings the bell.
22.
Oh my gosh. Okay, zoom. You get there and open the door just as Piddles is about to ring the bell.
Hello, Piddles. Do you have something for us?
He brings up the letter in both of his hands up to you.
I grab it. Does it say anything on it?
It does. It says, to Venael.
Thank you. Is this from Tully? Okay. Well, it would be rude for me to open someone else's mail. Are you coming in or returning to Tully? All right. I step back, let him in.
He kind of skirts forward and looks around. And as he comes in, he grabs your skirt and tugs on it. And before you close the door, he tugs and points back.
I'm to go home? All right. Let me give this to Tully. Let me give this to Venael first. And I will turn around and... Fen?
Yes? Oh, does he have something?
Yes. Tully has a letter for you.
Oh, from Tully.
I'm not sure why she didn't come here to just talk and have tea, but...
Well, it is a busy day, and I know that you're going to be off to Sourmay soon.
Yes, fair. Perhaps she's lost in the workshop trying to pile as many things as she can into her bag.
Yes, she always brings a lot with her. She'll probably bring those strange gadgets and books she's been busying herself with lately.
I'm just glad that she's bringing me with this time. I've never seen it before.
Are you excited? It's the solstice of sorcery.
I'm very excited.
They'll have all sorts of things there that you've never seen before. I hope you have a safe journey to Kutsua.
I'm sure I will. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I couldn't finish my cup of tea, but I really enjoyed it.
Oh, you couldn't taste it anyway.
That is true, but the warmth did feel nice.
She takes the letter out of your hands. Yes, this is Tully's handwriting. Now you're welcome to stay a little while longer.
I'm to return home, but thank you.
Of course, darling. Just one thing. Venael reaches out and grabs your hand and gently pulls you forward. There's one thing that I just need you to remember as you're going off to Kutsua. I need you to remember that our existence is but a fleeting moment. And though nothingness may claim bodies like mine in the end, it cannot claim our souls. In the soul, there is life, Wren. And your soul is especially wonderful, because yours was created just for you. So make it your own.
Thank you very much, Venael. I appreciate the kind words, and I am getting older and feeling a desire to see more. But we'll be right back. I don't think Tully's going to let me explore the galaxy just yet.
Well, she's letting you off to Kutsuan. It just worries me.
Well, worry is normal, and I'm glad that you're glad for me.
I'm very glad for you. I've known you all your life, and well, you know how it is. I don't have very many people out this far. Who's gonna help me trim the Usu plants?
I'll be back in a week. Promise.
All right, well, I'll see you in a week then.
And, Fen, you are family. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll leave you with the letter and with petals.
Oh, yes. Oh, I forgot. One more thing.
Oh?
She turns around and goes into her kitchen and grabs a little box and brings it out to you. This is for your travels. There are a lot of strange things out there, and well, it's just a gift.
You don't have to give me a gift.
Oh, it's for Sarame. We're celebrating.
I slowly open it.
Inside is a porcelain tea set, hand-painted with light blue flowers.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, darling. Now rush off. Tully will be waiting for you.
Yes. I won't bring this to Sarame. I'll leave it somewhere safe for when I get back. I don't want it to break on the way.
Oh, beautiful, love.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Safe travels.
Absolutely.
And I stroll out the door. And as I stroll out the door, Solara, our pet fox, strolls up to me, and I go,
remember, Solara she likes to have her meat cut up small.
Oh, I know. Diced and put all together.
Yes, thank you.
And with a little gravy.
Oh, yes, but only as a treat. Not every day, okay? I know you like to spoil her.
I do. You know me too well.
and she goes off.
You race off, and as you head off back home, you take one last look back to her, and she's just starting to open the letter. And we cut to the planet, or moon, rather, of Dunkelveld. Dunkelveld is a small moon about the size of an asteroid. The atmosphere of Dunkelveld is not good. It's a very wet moon. The planet itself could sustain life, and in fact, somehow now it does sustain a little life. Flying away from Dunkelveld on a small transport ship is a gentleman seated in a wooden chair. Alex, would you go ahead and describe your character for us?
I'm playing Asisto. He's a short-ish, about 5'6" human with long brown hair that would be flowing if he didn't have it in a ponytail currently. He's wearing long green robes, and he has a necklace wrapped around his hand with a big eye on the other end of it. And he has just the biggest smile on his face, even if he's not looking at anything particular, just himself.
And with you, piloting the ship, is a sailor. His name is Horton Hugwell, who you know as Hugs. He's a rotund male halfling, and you know him to be an all-right ship pilot, but that's not his best quality. He does have the ship on lease, And it does have a Spelljammer, so that's good. But what he's best at is giving fun facts and clever riddles. So, what did you find down there?
Oh, nothing too interesting, actually. It was more of a vacation, I could say.
A vacation on Dunkelveld?
Yes, it is a very nice planet. It's very beautiful.
Well, I guess it is now.
Any planet is beautiful.
Oh?
All of them are. In their own special way.
Oh, I don't know about Dunkelveld.
Well, I enjoyed my visit.
Well, you know, there's lots of moons out here in the Koyaneka system. We're not going to hit them all, are we?
Well, perhaps. It is uncertain now.
Well, I'm heading back to Kristallenwacht. My lease is about up on this bad boy, and I just got a contract there for another ship. Well, I don't quite know where it's going to be going, but would you be interested in joining?
I would be. Yes. Thank you very much. It's very nice of you, Hugs.
Of course, you're a nice guy.
Oh, so are you, Hugs. It's very nice of you to say.
Oh, really?
Of course. You're a good companion to have out here. Why don't you hit me with a fun fact, huh?
Oh, I got a lot of them. Well, did you know that there are solar dragons that live on the suns?
I did not. That's so interesting.
It's true. And they have eggs.
What kind of eggs?
Well, dragon eggs.
Ah, that makes sense. I should have guessed that, to be honest.
I hear they're tasty.
Oh, you wouldn't eat a dragon egg, would you?
Well, I wouldn't eat a dragon egg.
No, neither would I.
Oh, but these eggs, I hear they're in Kristallenwacht. Mm-hmm.
I would love to see one. Perhaps. One day. Maybe we will.
We'll go on a tour.
Yes, I would love that.
Oh, you'd love one too?
Yes, of course.
Well, let's go. And with a swig of purple liquid from a potion, Hugs and the ship shoot off toward Kristallenwacht. Kristallenwacht is one of the moons of the Koyaneka system. You're very familiar with it. It is the capital of the empire, and that is where the emperor himself dwells. On it, there's a giant palace where the seat of the empire sits. You travel for a week through wild space before you land there. It is a magnificent city, bustling with people, and it's beautiful in every way. The crystals are of pinks and purples and silvers. The palace itself is the size of a city, and the spires, they shoot off into the atmosphere. You land at the docks with the other ships, and step off your ship to the sound of bells tolling and mollymocks mewing and screeching above. The docks are worked by creatures and races of all different types from planets all across the Aeonosphere. Well, as you know, my ship was only a rented ship. But this ship is not rented. It will give us passage to... well, first, there's this woman. They call her the Lilac Lady. Well, she's beautiful, but probably taken. Oh, I never asked you. Do you have a girlfriend or anything?
I'm married. I didn't bring her up. I talk about her often. Yes, my beautiful wife, Marianne.
Oh.
Yes, and my 2 wonderful children.
Oh, that's cute. How old are they?
Oh, they're...
Opening notes.
Got him.
Sounds like a dad thing to forget.
Opening notes.
Opening notes. Fuck. They're young. They're actually only 10 and 8.
Oh, that's pretty young. I had no idea.
We have been talking about fun facts.
Yes, fun facts. So, a little bit about this ship. The first mate is a flump.
Oh, how fun. I love flumps.
Watch out. They'll read your mind.
Well, I'm sure he would have a wonderful time.
Oh, why? You got some good stuff up there?
I think I have very pleasant thoughts.
You seem like the type.
Thank you, as do you.
Why, thank you. He laughs as you reach the ship. It's magnificent, and in gold filigree on the side of it, it reads, the Heliotrope. At the base of the ramp that leads up into the ship is a small dwarf. He's about 3 feet tall, 3.5 feet, he would say on a good morning. He has long silver hair and a great bushy beard, missing teeth, and
Great big bushy beard.
yeah, he has these puffy blue striped pants and a single leg. The other leg, a peg. He's holding a can in one hand and a small keg of mead in the other hand. So you must be Hugwill.
I'm Asisto. This is Hugwill.
Oh, this is Hugwill. You're Asisto.
Yes. And you are...
Oh, name's Keel.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Keel.
Keel, Asisto, Hugwill. So, you're both getting passage then.
I suppose I am, yes.
The Lilac Lady will be pleased.
As am I.
Well, that will be 35 gold up front for the passage.
Yes, of course. Let me just check through my bag here.
Oh, don't worry about it. I got you.
Oh, thank you so much, Hugwell. It is very nice of you.
Well, it's the least I can do. He pulls out some gold from his pouch and hands it to Keel, and Keel kind of counts it real quick. All right, up you go.
Oh, thank you. And I walk right up.
You walk right up, and Hugwill follows right after you. And you are now aboard the Heliotrope, which is when we cut to Toledoro. Toledoro is a moon of the planet Kutsua, in a desolate town called Montoro, atop the Mckee bluff, surrounded by deep red rock canyons on all sides and nestled in the center of the Badlands, a factory town that all but has turned into a ghost town when the construct factories were shut down and the surface of the moon collapsed into the subterranean caverns below at the breaking of the eggs. Outside an abandoned factory, a creature walks a lonely path toward the hidden entrance of the Scarboroughs, a rough and tumble thieves guild. Brandon, would you go ahead and describe your character for us?
I am a small humanoid creature. Well, monstrosity rather, I guess. Basically, for lack of a better word, a big ass cockroach, which is genuinely my race.
It's a homebrew race.
Yeah. Maybe like about 2.5, 3 feet tall. I've got like what would be considered like a small satchel, but strapped across my carapace with a little belt. 2 little 6-shooters on my side. I casually traipse about on 2 feet, but when I gotta get places quickly, I'll drop down and skitter. But genuinely, I'm just a walking, talking roach of a man.
You make it up to the abandoned factory, where there's a giant water tower that is kind of rusting away. And at the base of the tower is a panel of levers made of wood and metal. You know the code. Right, left, middle, left, right. And there's a precise click, and a hidden door on a large wooden shaft swings open, revealing a ladder plunging down into the earth.
I take a deep breath and I descend.
Okay. You descend down the ladder. It's dark, but the base of the ladder, it opens up to a larger room that is lit with torches. This is the Scarboroughs. At a bar is a bartender. Well, look who it is.
Hey, how you doing, Yorm?
He's come back. You gonna tip me this time?
Well, I don't know. Maybe your service wasn't so kind the last time I came about, huh?
Hey, I put in good service every time you come in, but you You don't respect me or anybody else in here to give a proper tip.
Norm, I respect you. I do respect you, all right? I'm just a little short on cash, all right?
Well, is that so?
Yeah.
Oh, short on cash again, then?
Well, that's why I'm here. I gotta get a job. I gotta.
All right, same story every time. But you got at least enough to buy a drink, right?
Yeah. I got. No worries. How much do I owe you?
He goes back and pulls up a stein and fills it and then puts it on the counter. 2 silver.
I rummaged through my bag, and I pull out a couple of the very last coins I have in my pouch, and I slide them across the table.
Enjoy your time at the Scarboroughs. He takes the coins.
I grab my stein and I kind of turn around and I peek around the room.
The room is full of thieves, criminals. In a corner booth, you spot your friend. He is a Gith. He has yellowish skin and kind of spots all over his body and kind of the lack of a nose. He's dressed in a brown leather armor and has got straps across his body with boots that have these iron spurs that click when he walks. Hey, over here.
Hey, Corvus, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Well, how have you been?
I've seen better days, but you got something for me?
Take a seat.
All right. Now sit down.
It's been a wild one out there.
Yeah, I can tell.
Well, yeah, you know I've been searching for a lot of jobs for you.
Yeah. So lay them on me. What do I got?
Well, I said I've been searching. I ain't found any.
You telling me there's nothing out there?
Roach, it's hard out here, man. I mean, it's a small town. We're a ghost town, for Pete's sake. Pretty much everything is shut down. I gave you one. The one with the warlock and...
Well, yeah, okay, I dug a guy up, but I can't pay my bills. I can't eat getting beat up by Kichi every week.
I think it's pronounced Chichi.
Whatever his name is, I don't care.
Well, anyway, it was a good job, wasn't it? I mean, you got some coins? The one where you dug him up. That was funny too, right?
Yeah, it was funny at the time, but it's been a while now.
Yeah, that's true. You got me. Okay. Dang. Well, I got one. I was gonna take it, but another job kind of just popped up for me too. And I could see that you're down on your luck. And he looks over at Yorn. And I know he's not gonna let you back down here if you keep coming around without buying a drink. So this one is for you. It's a burglary. You could steal stuff, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Hey.
Okay, all right. Well, it's on the edge of the town, a little ways out. You're gonna go past the Baza Badlands. Into the forest. There's this a little place. An old wizard or something used to live out there. I hear he hasn't been there in a minute.
Okay, sounds easy. No one's home. Walk in, snatch everything, come back.
Okay, it's not that easy, with the canyons and everything opening up and all the tunnels down there, Baron Varga has been digging pretty deep with the drills, and he's been angering those things down there. So, it's a little more dangerous than it used to be.
Roach feels a bit timid with the mention of the things that have been coming out of the Badlands, but that feeling is quickly overtaken by a low, deep rumble and pain deep within his stomach, and very impulsively just okay, all right, I'll take the job. I'll take it.
All right.
I can do it.
Okay, good, because I can't keep doing this, man. People have been giving me some eyes to me even. There was this goblin out in town today. Man, he was mad dogging me, man. I know it's just because he saw me hanging out with you.
I know.
All right. Well, here's the directions. He gives you the directions to the wizard's place out in the forest. It'll probably take a half day or something. I don't know. It's about 8 to 10 miles out there. Just watch yourself, man. Don't get jumped or anything.
Thank you, Corvus.
Of course, buddy. I got you.
Thanks. I'm going to take the paper and head on out. And on my way out, I'm going to kind of give a look to Yorm and try to give him a friendly wave and a half-hearted smile.
He kind of looks over at you. We'll see ya.
Head on up.
You go up the ladder and out into the Bazabad lands. And we go back to the ship, the Heliotrope. Going down into the hull of the ship is Ayla. You go all the way down into the bottom, and down there is storage. You hear screams coming from the top deck, but you can't be bothered with them right now. You need to find Keel. And there you see him, huddled behind a wooden boxes, and a giant device covered in canvas is a small dwarf with a wooden leg. Beside him is Asisto. All right, would you hold this here?
Yes.
Kill.
What is it?
I need your help. The Neogi is after us. They caught...
Yeah, I know. They're up there.
Okay, then what are we doing? Like, we need to be doing something.
We're getting the ether.
The ether, yes, we're getting that.
Okay, where do we need to put it?
Well, we need to bring it up to the Spelljammer. He hands some boxes to you. Inside these crates, there are these potions that look to be filled with some sort of purple liquid.
Okay, great. I'm gonna take this upstairs.
Take it up, quick!
I'll join you, yes,
Okay.
of course.
Do you need some help?
Yes, please, Hugs, if you wouldn't mind bringing one.
Okay. He grabs some crates with you as well. And the glass of potions kind of clink together as you head up. At the spelljamming helm is the muscular Triton woman with the mohawk, who you know as Tripty. She's mentally connected to the ship. Every movement that she makes in her mind moves the ship itself. She looks incredibly ragged right now. All of this is stressing and draining her. And you know that ships require magical energy, and she is currently incredibly low on energy. Hurry! The ether! Hand me
I go to hand her one of the ethers.
She takes the potion and drinks it, and the purple liquid goes into her system, and she seems to breathe new life. You see her veins, they swell slightly, becoming purplish and shimmering through her turquoise skin. She is revitalized. The ship takes another lurch. As the ship lurches, you're in a different spot. It is a new place entirely. You are in a cell surrounded by iron. It is dark. It is wet. And you can sense that you're still in wild space. Outside of the cell that you're in, a creature skitters toward you. It's about 3 feet tall. It looks like a giant spider, except it has wolf fur and a long, slinking neck of an eel.
You'll soon have friends to join you, little worm. Caught in the web like flies they'll be.
I scream, and I basically scream at this creature, "Where am I?"
You are a strange one, little boy.
And it skitters away, up to the deck. This place is black. There are webs everywhere. What do you do?
I take a look around, and the first thing that I start doing is, "This is just a dream. This is just a dream. Bring me back. I don't know where I am. I have no idea where I am." I basically start to have a panic attack.
And as you begin to panic, your consciousness is suddenly ripped out from your mortal form, and you look down on this person who is having a panic attack in the cell. And it's not you. In fact, Jericho is in this cell. Your consciousness is then pulled up through the ceiling and and through the top deck of the ship, and you spy from outside in wild space, looking down, another ship caught in a web of this giant black widow spider. The heliotrope, with Dragonta at its stern. You are back inside, next to the helm. There beside you is Tripty. Another! She is straining.
I am so startled by what just happened. I give her another, and I go to Asisto. I'm like, Asisto, I think I'm having visions.
Visions of what?
I don't know how to explain it properly, but the reason why I'm out in space is to find someone, and I think I know where they are.
Okay, one thing at a time. We will resolve this issue, and then I can help you with your visions.
Bursting through the door is Dragonta. We have a problem. We are in their grasp. They will be on us soon. We need to abandon ship, unless we all want to become slaves. No, I've got this. I have this. I can get us out. Tripty screams. She struggles as sweat is dripping down from her brow. Listen to me, Ayla. I need you. You know that I care about you. I need you to go with Keel, and go with Hugs. Leave down to the bottom of the ship. Underneath a canvas, there's an escape vessel. Take it.
Where are we supposed to go?
We are currently above moon of Kutsuwa. It is called Toledoro.
So I don't know how to...
We will find our way. Do not worry. I will ensure...
She rips Tripty off of the helm, and Tripty stumbles to the ground of the heliotrope. No! I got this! She climbs back up. Tripty, listen to me. Go down. Take the ship with Keel. You... And then you hear something. Outside of the ship is skittering. They're onto us. They're on the ship.
Okay. Ayla, we must head down.
I think we should go. I take the rest of the ethers with me down to the smaller ship.
Yeah, and I head down there as well.
Okay. You take the ether. You begin to go down. Tripty does not follow, and Hugs does not follow.
Is it just us two?
Start the ship, and I will bring back Hugs.
I've never done this before.
You can try.
Have
If
you?
do not, I have not, but we will learn. Give it a shot while I get back. I'll be gone for 10 seconds.
I investigate the smaller ship.
Okay. You go down to the smaller ship and pull away the canvas with a cloud of dust. It is the shape of like a dragonfly, a small dragonfly. It is about the size of, your character wouldn't know it, but it's about the size of a car, like a Suburban.
Like specifically a 1999 Toyota Corolla.
I look at it and I'm like, cozy?
Affordable.
Yeah, it has these dragonfly wings that seem to be folded back, as well as its own spelljamming helm.
I go to the dragonfly ship and I try to pull out the wings to see if it expands.
Okay. I need you to make, what would it be? A nature check.
Nature check? Yes.
You could roll it. Go ahead.
13.
13. Okay, you are able to pull out the wings. You don't know exactly how they go, but they're kind of on these like rotational hinges. You pull them out, but they're a little bit wonky.
All right, I guess that'll do. I hop into the boat, the ship, and I kind of navigate the area just to...
Whoa, what are you doing over here?
I am trying to escape.
Keel takes a swig. What, they don't got it up there?
No, I think this is the only option we have.
Oh, that bad, huh? Well, don't worry, I got it. Keel pushes you aside.
Do you got it? Because I don't think you do.
Let's see. He takes a swig again. Yep. He sits in the throne-like helm.
Do you need these?
Oh, the ether. I guess I do. He grabs one, and he takes a swig of the ether. Whoa! That's some good shit. And as he does, he clenches the side of the helm, and you see a bit of the purple energy go from down into his fingertips and into his arms, into the arms of the helm, and the whole thing does a bit of a lurch.
Oh my gosh. Asisto!
I think Asisto ran up to Hugs, up the stairs. Hugs, we have to go below deck.
Okay, as you go up there to find him and say that to him, he has a cutlass out, and he is standing at the edge of the heliotrope, waiting for more Neogi to board. Don't worry, I got this. You go down to the bottom.
Hugs, come with me. It is important you see another day. Think of all the fun facts you won't be able to give if you stay here. Join me.
Well, that's true, but what about the ship?
Hugs, this was a captain's order. You have to follow me.
Roll persuasion.
Here we go, baby. Okay, all right, well. 10.
10. Okay, but just this once.
Okay, perfect.
He puts away the cutlass and he follows you as you push past the others. You see that Tripty and the Lilac Lady are still arguing, and they were both trying to rip some of the webbing off the side of the ships. And more Neogi begin to climb over the stern. You go down to the bottom where you find Ayla and Keel messing around with the Dragonfly ship.
Ayla, you did it. Congratulations.
I don't know if we did it all the way,
Well,
but...
it is moving, so good job.
Get on board. We're about to go.
I help Hugs get on board first, and then I follow him after.
Okay. The ship lurches again. Oh, wait. We got to open the hatch.
Yes, I will do that. And I'll get off really quick, and I'll find the lever for the hatch, and I'll...
The bottom of the ship opens like a trap door.
And then I'll run back to the ship.
I got this. Don't worry. And then out into wild space you go. Gravity kind of catches you strangely as you are out in the waves of of space, and you are on the bottom of the Black Widow spider ship, the Neogi ship. Keel is going to make a pilot check. Okay, the Dragonfly ship feels like it's moving kind of utterless as Keel tries to control this ship that is a little old and rickety. And beneath you, you see the moon of Toledoro. It has a reddish hue, and it looks kind of barren from far away. It seems you've already entered its atmosphere. And from the bottom of the Neogi ship come out two smaller spider ships. Uh-oh, it looks like we've got company, y'all.
I look back and I'm like, yeah, we do.
Watch out, it's gonna be a rough one. I think there are some guns back there.
I search for the guns.
Yeah, you find two small cannons, one on either side of the Dragonfly ship.
Asisto, can you get on the other one?
Hugs, if you wouldn't mind taking over here, I'm not prone to violence.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, he takes over one.
Thank you.
Just to make sure you keep the ether ready for Keel.
Yes, I will have it ready.
He holds takes hold of one of the guns. Would you like to shoot it?
Yes. I've never used one of these things before, but I'm gonna try my best.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll with disadvantage, which means you'll roll 2 d20s and take.
So 2 of these.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Okay. Okay. Take the lower. What is that? Is that a 9?
A 9.
Do you have any bonuses?
Where shall I check that?
Yeah, it would be adding your dex.
Dexterity modifier.
A 12.
Okay, amazing. You miss. It shoots off into wild space. Oh, that was a really good shot. A really good
it's very
shot.
good.
Yeah, but it wasn't good enough.
Okay, Hugs takes a shot as well. Off into wild space as well. And the two ships are also going to shoot at you. From both of them, a shot of webbing hits your dragonfly ship. As you're caught in the web, the ship is immediately pulled in a different direction. You lose your footing, and keel flies off of the spelljamming helm. But the two of you are holding on to the cannons, and you're able to hold your footing. And as you do so, I need you to make a con save.
No.
You're gonna be playing Hugs now.
And I'll make some.
That's your new character.
14.
14. Okay. You hit the deck, but you are able to keep your wits about you.
Oh, okay. I'm going to try to take the helm.
Okay. Keel has fallen to the ground and has been knocked unconscious, but you take control of the helm. Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
Ooh. 7.
7. Okay. As you take the helm, it seems you don't quite feel anything yet.
Oh, it is, I don't think the helmet fits. I don't think it's.
It's not a helmet. The helm is a throne.
I thought they were
You just
helmets.
found a random helmet.
I-
You're like, is
yeah,
this what
that's
happens?
exactly why I failed. I grabbed Keel's helmet. I'm like, it's not working. I don't think I'm doing this right.
Oh, no. You got to sit in the chair.
Oh, okay. I'll take a seat, I guess.
Oh, no. Now you got to drink the ether, unless you're a wizard.
I don't think so.
And then you got to drink the ether. Okay. You take a shot of the ether, and immediately in your veins, you feel a course of energy and power. You are immediately linked to the throne and the spelljamming helm. It kind of feels a little strange at first. It feels almost like another limb, and you view the ship from a little bit above it. You sense you are there in your body, but now it's another limb of your body, and it has this like a tingling feeling, almost like your foot has fallen asleep.
I'm going to try and guide the ship down to the moon.
Okay, make another Arcana check.
Here we go, boys. 19.
19. You are battling against the pull of the webbing. You begin diving downward toward Toledoro, but the webbing is holding you back, and these two ships are attached to you.
Ayla, I need you to destroy the webbing, or we cannot leave. Please.
Can I? Let's see. How close is the enemy ship?
The two enemy ships look to be about 120 feet away.
120 feet. Can I try to shoot one of the cannons again?
Yeah. What are you aiming at?
At one of the enemy ships.
Sure. Go ahead and shoot.
All right.
And Hugs is going to attempt to shoot with you.
Okay, so that is. Would that be this?
A D20 plus Dex.
Okay.
Plus Dex.
At disadvantage still?
Yes, with disadvantage.
Oh, at this.
You
Oh, at
roll it
disadvantage.
twice.
Okay.
The lower one.
Oh man. Okay. 11.
11. You miss again. It's really far away.
I'm not cut out for this.
Well, perhaps instead of being cut out for this, we could use our swords and cut ourselves away from the webbing instead.
That's a great idea.
Hugs begins to hack away at the webbing as your ship is pulled toward the other two spider ships at a rapid pace. And they are crawling ever closer to you now.
I join him with one of my daggers.
Okay.
And I also try to.
You start hacking away. You begin to hack away. I need you to make another Arcana check to pilot.
8.
Okay, 8. As you are hacking away, you cut away one of the webs, and both you and Hugs, the one that both you and Hugs are on, but it causes just one side of the ship to be released, and the ship just begins to spin, still being attached.
I've got it. I'll get it under control. Just get us
Asisto,
free.
we need to do this a lot quicker because they're coming on to us.
I'm trying. We'll get it.
All right, you are spinning. And that is when we cut. We cut to Roach. It is in the middle of the Bazaban lands. There are canyons on all sides. The red rock climbs up in these huge cliffs over 200 feet tall. Go ahead and make me a survival check.
That is a natural 1.
Nat 1.
Nat 1, baby.
Okay, you don't recognize these canyons. You don't really know where you are.
Okay.
You're walking along and something feels strange. There's this feeling like someone is watching you from behind the rocks.
I'm gonna just pick up the pace ever so slightly.
Okay. You begin to pick up your pace and you spy some shadows, but they disappear quickly.
I'm gonna turn around and quickly try to investigate if there's anything behind me.
Okay, roll investigation or perception.
It's another critical
Another
fail.
critical fail.
What?
Wow, you got the first 2 crit fails?
You crit failed
I
earlier.
got 1. You got 2 though.
You got the first crit fail.
In a row.
Wow. 2 in a row. Okay. Lunging from behind one of the rocks is a giant spider about 3 to 4 feet tall. It has wolf fur all over it and the neck of an eel. It bears its sharp fangs as it lunges towards you and goes to attack. Okay. It grabs you with its claws and bites into you. You take 4 piercing damage.
All right. This thing jumps at me, and I'm just immediately like, ah, ah, ah!
As it is on you, it has you in its grasp.
All right. Am I restrained currently as it's grabbing me?
Yes, you are grappled.
Can I just make an attack on it?
Sure.
I guess I can't. Oh, I can't. I can't use a ranged weapon this close. It's not gonna do me great. I'm gonna have. So I have one of my tiny arms is gonna take a knife and like stab into it, and my other hands are just gonna be like throwing little punches, trying to release myself from its grip. Please, not another crit fail. 25.
Okay, yeah. You are. What did you roll naturally?
19.
I rolled a nat 20.
You rolled a nat 20?
So you are attempting to be released from its grip?
Yeah.
Okay, it holds strong onto you, and its claws go ever deeper into you, and you are unable to get out.
All right, I'm just going to use my bonus action to stab it.
Okay, go ahead.
That's a 17 to hit.
17 to hit, that hits.
5 piercing damage.
Okay, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh. That's a 13.
13. Okay, great. As you do, you feel something attempting to get into your mind. Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Wisdom. Oh, yucky. 19.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. You are able to defend against its physical poison and its mind poisoned that you feel beginning to surge through your veins. And that's its turn.
I'm going to have my arms. I'm not even going to try to let go. I'm just going to grab both my guns and go
Okay.
right
You are
into its
at
like
disadvantage,
chest.
because you're so close.
That's a crit. That's a 12.
A 12 does not hit, but the crit hits.
Yeah.
Well, that was disadvantage.
Yeah, it was disadvantage.
Oh.
Does a 15 hit? Okay. Then I will do that. That's 5 more piercing damage.
Okay. It's looking kind of ragged as you shoot into it. It is still alive, and it becomes more angered as it goes in for another bite. It bites you. And you take 7 piercing damage.
I'm unconscious.
You are unconscious, and now I actually need you to make a con save.
10.
10. Okay. You fall unconscious, and as you do so, you feel the poison in your body from this creature. And we cut to Wren. Wren, you make it back to your cottage, and Tully is standing outside. Tully is a middle-aged woman, large in stature, muscular and brawny. She is wearing these scruffy overalls, and she has her hair back in braids that she has taught you how to make. And in her hand are 2 large bags. So you finally got back?
Oh, yes, sorry. Fen insisted that I stay for tea after helping her with the garden.
Well, I sent Pendleton for you over an hour ago.
Oh, well, he only just got there.
Piddles rolls up. Pendleton, why didn't you bring her back faster? Tugs on your skirt and looks up at you. All right, we'll go inside. We need to get going. We'll be late for our ship to Kutsua.
Right. I'm so sorry.
And I walk inside.
You go inside. This place is kind of a mess. You typically keep this place very clean, but Tully has had a hard morning, and you've been at Fenales all morning, so she's had to pack all on her own. Hurry up and grab your bag. Then we'll do a quick reset on you.
Are there any... Should I do the dishes before we leave?
Don't worry about it.
All right. Yes. All right.
And I will walk into the workshop and sit on the bench that she always works on me at.
Okay. She comes in. Okay. Are you ready for the reset? It'll be quick. Then we'll be off. We just need to make sure you're in proper working condition.
Yes. Yes.
And I will look. I'll give a glance at Piddles.
Ready? Ready.
And I look to her and I say,
All right.
She reaches behind you and messes with some wires, and everything goes black. You wake up. There is nothing that you recognize. It is completely different around you. This is not the same place. There is only half of the workshop left. The wall has been destroyed. The door is missing. The roof is missing. The house is in complete ruins. And dust blows across the workshop floor. At your feet is Piddles. He's missing an arm, and he looks to be severely rusted.
Piddles. Piddles.
He tugs at your skirt and points to the door, where the door once was, at least. All that's left now is broken wood and dry pine needles.
she will. Her joints like kind of as she and she goes to get off the bench, and her dress catches on some debris that's fallen, and she has to. She's like is stuck for a second, and you see her eyes flash red, and some parts of her kind of move in a weird way, and she just goes. The dress just rips, and she gets off the bench.
You fall to the floor off the bench. Where do you go?
The first thing that she does is look for any sign that that Tully is still around. She looks at the shelves that are probably like caved in.
They've all fallen. All the books that were on them and all the mechanical parts and everything that were once there are gone. There is nothing on the floor, and there is no sign of suitcases and no sign of Tully. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
11.
11. You can't really recognize anything, but you do spot one thing. It is an unopened package that contains the tea set that Fidel gave you.
Like wrapped?
Well, you had opened it before, you had unwrapped it, but it is closed, still in the box, just as you left it. Piddles pulls on your skirt more and points to the door. He looks to be in a bit of a hurry.
She immediately gets to her feet and is now in like sharp searching mode. She walks out. She's looking for Tully. She's looking for Fen. She's looking for Solara.
Okay, you walk out the door, and where once was a beautiful pine forest with flowers and birds singing is now desolation. There are no trees. It seems like the earth itself has fallen into the caverns below. There is a path that leads down a small cliff, and toward that path, Piddles begins to scurry.
Are we covered, or are we just sunken and there's still sky?
There is still sky. There is still sky.
I will look out there.
Okay, yeah.
I will go behind a cupboard where I know that Tully stashed some extra home defense, and I will grab, I'll move a bookshelf, and I'll grab a large crossbow, and I will look for one of my bags that has my bag that I would bring with me when I would go with Fen or Tully out into the woods to hunt or something.
Okay, yeah.
Do I find that?
Yeah, you do find those things, that traveling gear. It seems to be unused and still there.
So I'll grab that out from under some rubble and dust, carefully put the tea set in there, grab some scrap cloth and any of my dresses or clothes that are still even a little intact that I might be able to repair, to kind of cushion it. And I'll buckle it up.
Okay. Well, there aren't many clothes, and you do notice that the tea set itself actually has been cracked and broken a little bit.
I still pat it, and I do what I can, find what I can.
Okay. Piddles comes back to you, rushing, and begins to grab you.
Last thing I grab is my small hand crossbow that straps onto my arm. It almost looks like it was made to fit my forearm. It's not the strongest, which is why I grabbed the big crossbow, but I have those two, and I walk out.
Okay, you walk out. Are you following Piddles?
Yes.
You follow Piddles down a path, and it looks to be the only safe path out of this cottage area.
Is the path leading to Fen's?
That is the one you are taking. This is a path that you know well, but it's different now. It's completely broken. It's not on a flat plain. You are going down into some canyons and then back out. But there are some landmarks that help you know where you are.
Broken, rotted trunk of like a tree that I had carved.
Yeah. And Piddles is leading the way as well. After about 10 minutes, you are on the outskirts of Fenale's cottage, but Piddles stops you.
What? We need to see if Fen is okay.
Then he kind of turns back at you, and then he points at your wrist and your crossbow with his remaining arm.
I take out the big one.
Okay.
And
Okay, how do you want to
I
proceed?
will...
Are you sneaking?
No. I am being cautious. I am trying to, spot something before it spots me, but I am not sneaking.
Okay, you proceed forth toward Fenale's place. It has been completely destroyed. The garden is no longer there, and the roof is completely caved in. It is all but ruins. There is, however, the glass of the booth window. Make a perception check for me.
Six.
6. You seem to be alone here. You walk up toward the porch and you peer inside. Roll for initiative.
Okay. 18.
18. Okay. Coming from inside of the cottage lunges a giant spider with wolf fur and an eel neck.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no, I'm correct. I thought I had the number wrong, but I'm correct.
Well, you are surprised, and it makes an attack at you with its claws.
Okay.
What's your AC?
16.
Okay. It swipes at you with its claws and misses. And we're at the top of the round with you.
I am going to. So it's on me.
It has not grappled you or anything. It went to slash at you with its claws, but it is adjacent to you, yes.
Okay. And I'm going to fire at it with the heavy crossbow. Okay. That's an 8.
An 8 misses. The crossbow bolt flies past the spider and hits against the wall. And that is when you notice 2 beings that are wrapped in a web. But you can't make out who or what they are. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay. It is going to make another bite on you. Come after you again. Sorry, what was your AC again?
16?
16. Okay. Well, the bite misses, and it's going to go for a claw attack. And that misses as well.
Bounces off my armor.
Yep.
My armor, my
your
body.
Your body, but you are adjacent to it once more, but it continues to attack you.
Okay. So I'm going to at this point I'm starting to get a little nervous, a little freaked out. My fingers, the shape of them, they kind of open up, and that brass that's inside comes out, and it has sharp tips. And as I'm freaking out a little bit, and I try to swipe at it with nails.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make an attack.
Nat 20.
Oh, dang. Nice.
So I lose myself a little bit. My eyes flash again, and these nails come out, and it's going to be 2d4. 2 plus. It's only 3 plus.
Your strength?
It's Dex, right? Or is it strength for? It is strength. For now. So that is 4 damage. Not a lot.
4 damage. You slash into it, and it lets out a wail.
Cool.
Okay.
And with it distracted, I'm going to attempt to move around it to those forms that I saw wrapped up.
Okay, it's going to make another opportunity attack against you. Missing. You've got some luck. You attempt to pull open the webs, and there is a larger one and a smaller one. Which one do you want to go for?
I'm going to go for the larger one first.
You open up the large one and notice an old woman. It's Fenale.
Is she alive?
She looks older somehow. Make a medicine check.
16.
She's dead.
I take not a breath, but I set my stuff settles and I'm processing.
As you are processing from behind you, the Neogi goes to attack. Okay, I rolled an 8 and a 5. So yeah, it continues slashing at the metal, but it is not used to the metal skin, and you take no damage.
So I am not even paying attention to the spider right now. I look into the other webbing.
You pull open the webbing, and inside of it is an insect creature that looks to be like a type of cockroach.
Very confused. I look at it and I'm just like, I look at its unconscious form. Can I tell if it's alive?
Make a medicine check.
One. Not a nat 1, but a 1 all the same.
It doesn't look alive.
Well, she turns around. She turns around. She turns around and without thinking about it, her head is just kind of down and her arm just goes with the nails to attack. Oh, I missed the tray, but it is a 21.
21, that hits.
Okay. 3 slashing damage.
3 slashing damage. Describe for me how you kill it.
Okay. Her head is just kind of down. I would say she's processing, but it's like when your processor gets bottlenecked. She can't process this right now. It's all stopped up in her brain. And the only thing she can think right now is protect. And she just, spider thing comes up to her to try and get her again. And she just, through its like eel neck. And she grips and and a single vertebrae is pulled out and its neck just goes and the body slumps over. And then she drops it.
Wow. It falls to the floor of Fennell's cottage. Your hand is dripping in the blood of the spider creature, and Piddles rolls up. Rolls over to Fennell's body. Looks at you. He seems to be a little scared of you.
The nails. And she goes over to a tattered curtain, wipes her hand off. She turns back to Piddles.
Okay, Piddles? You need to help me get them down. We're going to give them a burial.
Then you hear a sound coming from the sky. You look up and see a giant spider ship connected by a web to a dragonfly ship. And they are spinning and spinning through the atmosphere, falling directly toward you and Fennell's cottage. And that is where we pick up next time on Odd Rolls.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.